This tutorial is part 2 of a series demonstrating how to use the PSoC Creator UDB Editor. In part 1, we introduced the UDB Editor. Here, we'll learn more about the UDB data path element. Data paths have 4 primary editable areas: 6 inputs, 6 registers, 6 outputs, and 8 ALU instructions. Inputs are used for instruction selection, shift-in, and trigger register loads. The registers include 2 accumulators, 2 data registers, and 2 FIFO access registers. The outputs provide access to a variety of signals such as compare flags, overflow, carryout, and FIFO status. Each instruction is divided into 3 parts: ALU operation, register writes, and compare options. For this tutorial, we will define 2 data path outputs, terminal count and compare. Double-click the output area to open the Output Configure dialog. Each of the outputs has a selection pull-down menu with various operations, and a name to define the output. For the terminal count output, we will use D0. Next to output 0, select A0 equal to D0. In name, type TC. For the compare output, we will use D1. Next to the output 1, select A0 less than D1. In name, type CMP. Click OK to close the dialog. Next, we'll set the initial values for terminal count and compare registers. Double-click on the Registers area to open the Register Configure dialog. In this example, D0 holds the terminal count, and we'll set the initial value as 7F. D1 holds the compare value, and we'll set the initial value as 3F. Click OK to close the dialog. Next, we'll create 2 instructions: increment and reset. Each instruction is configured separately. Double-click slot 0 to open the associated configure dialog for the increment instruction. Enter a comment, and then configure the instruction to take A0, add 1, and store the result back into A0. Click OK to close the dialog. Double-click slot 1 to open the associated configure dialog for the reset instruction. Enter a comment, and configure the instruction to take A0, exclusive OR with itself, and store the result back into A0. Click OK to close the dialog. In the next tutorial, we will control our instruction selection using a state machine. For more information about the UDB editor and creating components, refer to the PSoC Creator Component Author Guide.